commitment, it brings a lot of apprehension because it's a big responsibility and sometimes a liability. I've often compared home ownership to marriage. And while I've been through home ownership about 15 years, for the past 4 years, I've been free of the responsibility and the liability of owning property. And within these past few weeks, I have seriously went looking and almost committing to owning property again. I came this close. Contracts were written up, things were done. But at the end, I left the bride at the altar. I left the condo at the inspection. I couldn't get over the fact that there was a potential leak, that there was an issue with the air conditioner. There may have been small things that could have gotten fixed, but it reminded me of the responsibility and liability of home ownership. You know, I've also reflected that I do need to do something because with responsibility also comes some privilege. It's like if you never take a promotion because you don't want the responsibility, you're never going to get the privilege of making more money or having more control. If you never want to own property again because you are scared of some maintenance, some liability, you will be a nomad forever, or you will rent forever, or, and those things have drawbacks. Look, a nomad has to figure out where to park every night. A renter has a landlord. So I can't say that there's a perfect answer, but I can say for me, I don't want to go back to the exact same marriage I got out of 4 years ago. I don't think I want a condo with shared walls. I think that's kind of what I learned in this experience because I love the community I was looking at. The real estate agent was gracious, and I thought there was a lot of positives, a lot. But I think one of the biggest negatives was the fact that I was sharing walls with people on the side of me, people above me. And while, again, everything has its pros and cons, I really don't think I want that. Especially if I'm going to go out and venture out and go up north to see my mom for a month or so. I don't want to come back to a leak. Now, the chances of me coming back to a leak or living in it's probably very small, but it was evidence that it was already there once. You get the warnings, you get the red flags. And, there's a scripture that says, never neglect the red flags. And so, what I can tell you is, I walked away from the commitment of owning property again at this point. And I am back on the market, and so is the condo I was looking at. And how do I feel? Well, I feel relieved. I always feel relieved when I don't have to be responsible for something. But I would say that I also still feel like I need to do something. I will now go to plan B or C or renting. I've been looking at some rentals. Right now, I'm going to keep my eye on the real estate market, but with low inventory, with high prices, there isn't much pickings. The best time to buy in Florida is August, September, October. But certainly if something of interest like this condo, I was 90% there. You say, how close was I to getting married to this property? I was 90%. And I thought there was enough benefit. And I still think there's a lot of benefit to it. I don't want to devalue this property. But I think that I also don't want to go back to a similar situation where, again, I'm sharing walls and there's someone above me or someone on the side of me. I don't think I want that. I think no matter what I'll get, I'm going to have neighbors, but I don't want to be attached to them. If there's a leak in my house, let it only affect me. If there's a leak in someone else's house, let it only affect them. The RV lot and the mobile home lots, as long as I own the land, those are back on the table. But really, what's on the table is staying mobile. Really, what's on the table is being slow to commit. When in doubt, don't buy. I'm not going to lie that I haven't missed out on some good property that has even gone up in value in the past couple of years. But I'm also not going to lie, I really don't have any serious regret on not buying any of those properties. I've looked at tons of RVs and I'm considering a few. They're back on the top of my consideration. But like I say, when in doubt, don't buy. When in doubt, don't buy. When in doubt, don't buy. Buy yourself more time, not more commitment. Now, it's going to depend on your circumstance. It's going to depend on your circumstance. You guys and girls, you know me. You know that I will change quickly if I need to. I will go from inspirational nomad to inspirational condo man. I almost went there, guys. We were this close. We were this close to broadcasting live from, well, what I thought would have been a temperature-controlled condo. But come to find out, there was a problem with the air condenser unit. And I'll tell you right now, if I would have got married to that property, and within the first week there would have been a leak in the ceiling and the air conditioning didn't work, guys, I lost my mind. I lost my mind. Like my man Hal said, we're going to go all live comments. Trips to Home Depot. I already made a few trips to Home Depot because I had to get some testers and things during the inspection. And I'm glad I did. They were a good investment. You know, again, I'm not going to say that I don't have some disappointment because I put a lot of things in motion where I was really, I mean, not just joking, I was ready and I was visualizing, and I'd even made some plans. I was going to this condo. But I went to look at it 3-4 times. This is what I want to tell you if you're in the market to buy property. The first time you go visit it, it's like the first date. You don't really know who they are. They don't know who you are. Everyone's dressed up. There's a lot of makeup. The second date, there's still this allure. There's still this magical, delusionary state that both people are looking at each other as perfect or better than what they are. You don't really see the true person to the third or fourth date. You know, the makeup isn't on. You know, the muscle shirt isn't popping. The shoes aren't clean. The wig is off. I told you back in Jersey when I was coming up, I met this girl at my man's cookout. And I thought I scored me a dime, y'all. I got her number. The game was strong. This is when I had all the jewelry on. Everything was going. Okay, everything was going. And so I picked this chick up. I believe it was in East Orange, New Jersey. Okay, bad section of East Orange too. Okay, at night. So I pick her up. Okay, because it was worth the risk because I thought she was hot at the cookout. And come to find out, she came out the crib with no hair, like Michael Jordan. Okay. I was like, oh shit, we playing balls? You know, when I met her at the cookout, she had this wig on. That was date one, even though we weren't dating. But after the third, fourth, well, this was the second visit. Everything looked different. If you're going to buy a house, you got to go back four times. 4 times. If you say, well, I'm never going to be able to buy property because houses, people buying them sight unseen. I say, well, that's what it's going to be. You're going to have to leave the bride at the altar. Now, again, though, I cannot recommend my life, man. I mean, I'm now, because I left the bride at the altar, I have to suffer. I'm still homeless. Okay. Now, thank God I have the resources to do whatever I want. I'm getting my second vaccine shot on Friday. I'm going to be in a hotel. I'm going to rent a hotel for a few nights and then figure out if I'm going to rent or buy an RV. Yeah, that's for down the road. But definitely this weekend, I'm not going to be in a car, you know, after the second shot. You know, take a few days off. You know, I want to shout out to all my viewers who recommended, you know, to get off the road for a few days or a few weeks and rent or hotel. They were right. I was being a little stubborn. I'm going to do that. I'm not getting married. Okay. The wedding was canceled. And to be honest with you, the reception was better once I left the bride. After I left the bride, I had coconut shrimp. I had a chicken sandwich. Okay. And I said, well, you know, I'm not going to be spending money at Home Depot. Let me go enjoy this food. You know, every time you go to buy something heavy, you get cheap on the food because you know that you're about to spend a lot on that house. But what I can tell you tonight, we're going to go all live comments. Thank you to all my members. What I can tell you tonight is I am not going to say I'll never own a house again, because I was so close, and I feel a little bit hurt, because I think that this property has value, and I love the area. And maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong for leaving the bride at the altar, because in 10 years from now, is $100,000 condo even going to exist? Maybe not, because they barely exist now. So I don't want to act like I am this great person that did this great thing. I want to be very fair in my evaluation. I want to say, though, because of my past experiences in life, I crunched all the numbers. I did all the math. I found value in the home base for the emotional stability. I got to hedge my bets here. I'm not going to stay on the road full time in a car long term, because I'm not hedging my bets enough. Again, the money bag is the biggest resource that you have. You can make something happen, but I know there's some things I got to add quality of life, and I got to mitigate my risk a little bit. So I got to add some stability here. But I don't want to do that, commit to a big purchase, 100 grand, and then I got to deal with a leak and a broken air conditioner. Now, I don't know if there's any place that exists that I'm not going to have to deal with something. But that's kind of why I felt like the RV lot may be the suit for me, because there's nothing there. I mean, the RV could have an issue, but fuck it. I mean, how much, I just want an air conditioner, guys, and I want something to be able to plug into, and I don't want leaks. That's it. Okay? I don't want, look, I like the nice looking, if they got the nice looking decor and all that. I'm not going to lie, the decor in here was nice. I was very inspired. And I was just going to put a basic mattress, basic table. I wasn't inspired about buying furniture. One thing I like about the RV is they come with all the furniture. I'm not trying to impress anyone, but I want comfort, I want stability. I don't want leaky neighbors. I don't know if I want commitment. It does feel good not to be committed. I mean, there's a lot of flexibility in renting and nomading. I think your youth, your health plays a big part. Now, am I foolish for leaving my 100 grand condo bride at the altar and thinking of buying a 70 grand Class B hooker? Possibly, because that hooker is going to go down in value over time. But I'm going to be on wheels. Hold up, wait a minute. I got a $5 gift that would have been part of my wedding reception, but now this is a bachelor party. $5 super chat from my man Hal. He said, I got my second shot on Saturday. Only symptom I have was tired. Well, that's encouraging. You got this, Sam. Thank you. Enjoy the hotel life. Well, love to you, man. You've lived that hotel life because I know you work there, and I appreciate that about you. I appreciate the tip, number one, brother. I appreciate you, number two. Yes, I've gotten several people advise me that the second shot, like I talked to another friend of mine, he said 2-3 days, him and his wife felt tired and a little nauseous, but they're back on their feet now after 3-4 days. So I'm going to do the right thing and be in a comfortable hotel. Thank you, Hal, brother. I'm proud of you pushing forward. How is your new rental going? Because I know you just moved in, and it's great to see you. And I appreciate all you've done. And love to you, brother, and thank you to you. My man, Hal. BK's in the building. Hal says, buy a gallon of water and drink up. Yeah, I'm going to take a hydration break, roll down my windows, go live comments. Look, guys, I left my bride at the altar, but now I have to suffer. I'm not getting any ass tonight. There's no honeymoon. What there is hot swamp ass tonight, okay, bachelor style. But better that than, because guys, look, the honeymoon, I don't know if that's overrated too, okay? So I know one thing. I skipped the honeymoon. I went right to the divorce. Okay. Yep. There was like, does anyone object to this marriage? I said, I do. The groom objected to the marriage. I said, I object. I don't want to do this. Hal says, use code MMF for Marriott. Okay, I will. Thank you for the heads up. See, you used to work in the industry. When they ask for the form, say you don't have one. That's my man Hal. Hook me up. I'm going to be in a Marriott watching free porn in a jacuzzi. Oh, it's going to be good. All right, let's take a hydration break. Shout out to the discount code MMF. That don't stand for MILF. That's going to save me some money. Andre, love to you, brother. How are you, man? Thank you for always being first and showing up. I appreciate you. Frank and Cat in another time zone. Good morning, Sam. Good morning to you. It's evening here, but it's morning to you. We're in separate time zones, but we have the same spirit. A non-committal spirit. Free spirit. Someone says, Sam, you're gonna buy a condo. You got a free spirit. I said, well, look, I'm also, tired of stealth parking with no air conditioner. So, what are you gonna do? But now I didn't commit. I didn't. So I'll figure something out. How? He says, good brother Sam, love to you, brother. Great to have you, and thank you again for that tip. He goes, lots of trips to Home Depot. It almost was a reality. Thank God that's over with. Total disaster. Yeah, we were close, guys. Now, it may come a day, I'm not going to lie to you guys, because I'm not scared. Well, I am scared of commitment. But it may happen. Something's going to happen soon. But I did see myself having to make some trips to Home Depot. And then I saw myself making videos about how to repair this, how to repair that. And I said, well, my YouTube channel probably grow because most people got a house. But my inspiration may die. It's true, the closer and closer I got to commitment, the more and more I felt like I was dying. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt like my energy, my inspiration was dying. I felt like I was going to become a homeowner. I was getting married. And I said, ooh, I don't know. That didn't inspire me. But, the idea inspired me. Like that girl, like my Asian MILF told me. She goes, Sam, you don't like relationships. You like the idea of a relationship. And that's true. It's like, I don't think I like home ownership. I like the idea of home ownership. However, I don't like nomading that much at certain times anymore either. So keep it on my break. Currently making that money bag fire emoji. Well, I'll tell you this. How do you double your money? You fold it and you put it back on your pocket. Okay. So avoid risky investments too much. Avoid money pit homes. And avoid too many children. So I'll tell you that. How do you double your money? Fold it, put it in your pocket. Keep it up a break. Hey, Sam, hello to you. Heart emoji. D. Only by looking do you discover what you want. Excellent. Excellent comment, D. Look 3, 4 times. When you're looking at a house, I want you to go back 4 times. You say, I can't do that. I'm going to lose the house. So I said, well, it's either that or till death do you part. So you say, well, you can sell. Yeah, you can sell. How long is that going to take? Say, in this market won't take long. All right. See how that goes for you. How? I was watching couples buy ceiling fans, ooh yeah, Home Depot style, and things to do renovations. Yep, the men look miserable. Oh yeah, while the woman picked out everything. Damn it, brother. Great observation. I saw that look myself many times in Home Depot. I did a video when I first became a nomad, walking around Home Depot, and I said, look at these tiles, look at this sheetrock. It's where people. It's a self-built grave. Now, to be honest with you, I cannot say, though, that I'm fully inspired in this primitive life anymore. I got to add something. So I can't mock everyone that goes to Home Depot because they have some more comfort. However, I also know that I don't want to live that life. I don't want spackle on my hands ever again. And when I saw that potential leak and I saw the spackle, I said, I don't want to spackle again, then paint, then prime, then sand. Ooh. Have you ever picked out sandpaper? There's a lot of different types of sandpaper. Have you ever spackled? Have you ever used spackle tape? Have you ever bought the pink spackle that turns white when it's dry, but it never turns white? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you think I'm totally delusional? What I can tell you tonight, this is all part of that married to property life, where you know all these things. You know what a GFCI is. Ceiling fans, dishwasher code errors. If you know the error code on a dishwasher, you're living that Home Depot life. Guys, I don't want to deal with a dishwasher. I don't want dishes. Look, guys, Class B got a sink and 2 stoves. I don't even know if I'll use that. Really, what I want to be able to do is just stand up, temperature control, And to be able to be, I guess I do want the little kitchenette in the bathroom just to know I could be self-contained if I need to get off the road for a period of time. So we'll see. Hal, I thought you said Janet Jackson. Yeah, came more out looking like Freddie Jackson. Yeah, Freddie movie. Guys, it's a miracle I got out of that neighborhood and that situation without major problem, okay? Because it was crazy, man. ESP laughing at Hal. Oh, yeah. ESP, good to see you. ESP, how you doing back on the road? ESP, I'm glad you have that. Ate about 5 pounds of coconut shrimp and chicken today after I celebrated after leaving my wife. The reception turned into a bachelor party. But the weight of commitment is off my shoulder. $100,000 plus the HOA fee, plus the taxes, plus any maintenance leaks or whatever. It would take me, I would have to rent for 10 years to pay all, to get back to even. So, we'll see. Keeping up a break. Get a hotel in a good quality area. I plan to. Since you don't want to deal with psychopaths yet, when you're sick, recovering from a shot, I plan to. I'm going to be in a high-end hotel broadcasting live. And now, as long as I'm physically able to, I'll broadcast live. I don't know how long it'll be, depending if, God forbid, I get sick. But I'll be in a temperature-controlled luxury hotel, okay? And what I can tell you is this, guys. That fan, it's been about 90-plus degrees Fahrenheit in South Florida these past few days. And it's going to be like that for now to the end of summer. Okay? The heat has only begun, guys. Miami Heat. They don't call the basketball team the Miami Heat for no reason, guys. Okay? It's hot as F in South Florida. Okay? And what I can tell you is this, guys. I will be, having an air conditioner that I'm not paying for electricity, but I'm paying a high amount to rent that room per night in a hotel for a couple of nights, maybe up to 4 or 5 nights. We'll see. Until I can recover from the second shot. I got to regroup and see if I want to date again, if I want to upgrade my nomad life, or if I want to rent. But I would say we're definitely moving past the condo. Unless I see another one that has a lot to offer, but the condo's off the table. I mean, it's done. And again, even as I say that, I'm sad because there was value there. There still is value. I just don't, and I was even going to get over the commitment. But the 4th visit, and I want to tell you again, visit a property 4 times. That's a lot of times. You don't know someone until at least the 4th date. You think you know someone on the 1st date? You think you know someone on the 2nd date? 3rd date? Yeah. All right. By the 4th date, guys, you're at least starting to crack the surface of that bitch. Okay? Or that dude. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about a female. I'm just saying, And what I can tell you is this, guys. If you dated me after 4 dates, you'd probably start to get upset. If I dated you for 4 dates, guys, I'm upset already. So, all I can tell you is when I saw on that 4th visit, when I saw a couple issues, I said, I can't go back to this. The first visit to the house was magical. The second was still magical. The third, I said, all right, well, this could be a potential issue. The 4th, I said, this is an issue. The 5th, I didn't stick around for the 5th. I left her at the altar. I'm not the type of guy to stick around. That's not me. Okay. Guys, I live on wheels because I'm the type of guy to pack up and go quick. Okay. That's why I don't want a relationship. I don't want to hurt no one. I do want a home. Well, I don't know if I want a home base, but I want to add some comfort. But how much do I want to sacrifice to get that comfort? Do I want to sacrifice my soul? Do I want to be like everyone else in Home Depot just slushing around? Oh, nah, can't be. Like my man Jay-Z and Scarface said, this can't be life. This can't be love. Remember that song? I think that was on the Dynasty album. That was a good song. But let's take a hydration break, guys. Shout out to everyone living in their vehicle in 90-degree Fahrenheit weather, guys. You don't know what it is. Okay. I'm sweating, man. I feel like a sardine. But if I would have paid $100K and my damn air conditioner would have broke, You guys don't know how pissed I'd be, man. I couldn't even do the live feed in the condo because I'd be cursing my ass off. Okay? That like in week 1, I gotta call an HVAC tech. Guys, you know how mad I would be, man? Nah, it would be a total disaster. You guys would love it. Because there's some people waiting for me to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. They're waiting. Believe me, they're waiting. Okay? I know you motherfucker. You want the entertainment. Someone's got to entertain you. I know. Thank you again, Hal. Infinity, what's up, brother? Infinity, great to see you, brother. Thank you for all your love. I hope you're doing good, man. Hal, thank you again, man. Thumbs up to you, Hal. Buy a gallon of water and drink up. I'm staying hydrated. I'm staying lubed up, and I got to get me a straw hat tomorrow because I'm getting too much sun on my head. And I either got to get a straw hat or I got to wear my do-rag. Hal. Yeah, I'm going to use that code. Thank you for that pro tip, man. I'm going to use that code. I got to find me a Marriott. Good job, brother. Thank you. B. Condo and apartments. Jokers to the right. Oh, clowns to the right. Damn it. D. A big 100 emoji. Now, the only thing I will say is, well, I don't know. You don't know people till you live with them. I'll say that. I will say the condo overall, the complex seemed well run. They definitely vet the people living there because there's a lot of stuff you got to fill out. But, you know, like I did see some people parking, like everyone has assigned parking. And I saw some people like crossing over the lines for their assigned parking. So I said to myself, do I want to live next to someone who doesn't even respect a parking space? Yeah. They don't even respect that they got one assigned park and they're parking outside the lines and shit. I said, what type of person does that? My neighbor does that. So if he's parking on my parking spot, does that mean he's also like, you know, making noise at night or leaking or whatever? And now I'm in a relationship. Okay, now I'm married with children. I'm Al Bundy. Now I'm taking a dookie, trying to find my way again. And I said, you know what? I can't do this. I left right at the altar. I mean, I don't know the soundtrack for Leaving Someone at the Altar, but I guarantee Adele sings it. Because ever since I heard Adele singing, she always sounds like someone left her at the altar. Okay. So, I don't know. Let's take hydration. Andre, I'm fine. Thanks. Had a nice day working in Lafayette. Right on the beach. That's cool. Was pretty today. Yeah, starting to warm up north. And the person that was with me got a huge strip bass. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool, man. That's awesome. Yeah, enjoy that warmer weather. Keep doing your thing with the side work. And I'm glad you had an awesome day, man. Thank you for sharing. Charles, what's up, brother? I lose the eye of the tiger when it comes to commitment. Well, you nailed it. With women, I agree. I lose energy rather than gain it. Yeah, guys. It's like my sex drive after the first coronavirus vaccine. My sex drive went down for like 2-3 days. Okay. Now, I'm back to normal, okay? But I don't know, guys. The sex life is definitely not. You're not doing anything after the vaccine. For like a few days. But what I can tell you is this, guys. Imagine masturbating in your $100,000 condo, and you look up on the ceiling, and you don't see a mirror, you don't see cum stains, but you see water stains. You see that your neighbor's got a leaky sink or leaky toilet, and now you got to call them. Now you got to call the association. Now you got to call a plumber. I had a plumber that was trolling my channel because he had like 7 kids and he married. I'm not going to say anything disrespectful. He married someone. I want you to be a little bit more positive. Even though it misses out on some humor, but I want to be positive. Marry some chick, okay? And I guess he was getting upset because I said, don't get married, don't have a house. What are you going to do, be a plumber with 10 kids? Comes out, that's what he was. He's a plumber with 10 kids. And I tell you right now, guys, the main cause of plumbing problems is too much toilet paper in the toilet bowl, too much hair in the sink, or somehow a foreign object such as a tampon got into the toilet bowl. And you know you're in a condo complex when you see heating and cooling HVAC techs all around their trucks. You know, like you can go to an apartment complex or a condo complex and they don't allow you to have a Class B van. They don't allow you to have a regular van because it's a commercial vehicle. But you're going to see a lot of commercial vehicles, a lot of HVAC repair trucks. Why? Because you're in a condo complex where the Roto-Rooter, the snake, the water leaks, and all types of plumbing problems take place. Yeah, don't worry about it, Adam. I left it. This is now the bachelor party. What was supposed to be the wedding reception. You know, by the end of this week, guys, I was gonna be broadcasting live from a home base. But instead of a wedding reception, we're back to a bachelor party. That's what just happened this week. So grand opening, grand closing. Okay. And what I could tell you is this, guys. I don't know if I'll ever buy property again. I don't. I don't know what I'll do right now. Renting is on the table. Definitely a hotel this weekend's coming. I'm even looking at that Class B that didn't have the bathroom. Because even though I would like it to have a bathroom, I'd probably still rather take a shower at the gym or campground, because taking a shower in a Class B van is not glorious because you have a small water tank. You have a very weak water heater. But I say to myself, when I'm old, do I want to go out of my van and shower? When I'm old, do I even want to be in a van? I would say the answer to all those things is no, I don't. But I say to myself, Sam, I mean, you're older, you're middle-aged, but you're not old. I'm 40. I'll be 41 this year. So if I can live as a nomad, even if I get a Class B, till 55, you know, once I hit 50, you know, I don't know, maybe I'll do it, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But in my mind, I said to myself, Sam, just wait till you're 55. Because when you're 55 and older communities are cheaper. A lot more housing comes available. However, I will say this. In 15 years, I don't know if there'll be any such thing as a $100,000 condo, even in a 55 or older. At the rate of inflation, guys, the $100,000 condo will be a $300,000 condo. So, you know, I'm very fair in my evaluation. I don't know if I should have got married and just said, fuck it, deal with it. Because unlike the Class B, in 15 years, chances are this condo is going to be worth more than a Class B. Because if I buy a Class B tomorrow and I have it for 15 years, it's going to be worth pretty much nothing in 15 years. Okay. However, I'm not paying I'm not paying HOA fee, but I'm paying campground fees. You know, I'm not paying electrical bill, but I'm paying a gas bill. So I guess pick your poison. And that's what I did. I said, look, I'm not going to lie to you guys. The condo makes more sense. And I was willing. But when I saw a couple problems, I ran. I saw leopard skin clothing. I ran. You know, I used to work with this young guy, man. I said, look, man, don't get married if the girl's got any leopard skin clothing. Look on all her Instagram pictures. If she's got leopard skin clothing, that's a red flag. He goes, why? I go, because she's a wild animal. She don't like commitment either. I remember that movie with Audrey Hepburn, Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's what it was about. Like, you know, a lot of guys wanted to wife her up, but she would leave the guy at the altar because she was a free spirit. So when I say I left her at the altar, there's a lot of girls that leave the guy at the altar because they're a free spirit. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Now, again, I'm not saying I'm against home ownership, though, because I've already been a homeowner. And I would say overall, I thank God that I was a homeowner, especially young in my life. Well, yeah, I guess I would say I'm thankful for it. Overall, it was positive, but there were some negatives. And but it gave me a lot of stability to ride out a hurricane, to get planted in a community, to have a lot of fun, too. I love fun. So it's a give and a take. Back life comes. Hal. Did the paint thing all weekend, totally over it. Yeah, Hal just started a new rental, which is great that he's getting on his own. The bad part is, you know, it's like the first thing you do when you buy something is you renovate it. Okay. That's why they say, like, the country and the world has to have home ownership because it's 70% or a big percentage of the U.S. economy. Because there's a couple things that happen. You buy a home, the first thing you do is renovate it, then you get furniture, then you hire contractors. And the people to sell a house, you got a real estate agent, that's their job. You got a closing agent, that's their job. You got an inspector, that's their job. Municipality get a cut, HOA get a cut. Everyone gets a cut. And that's what make the money wheel go. So you say to yourself, this is what I said to myself, Hal. I'm not going to buy a place I got to fix up. That was my plan. So I found me what they call a move-in ready unit. Everything was just redone. Everything. But even with everything redone, there was still a leak. The brand new air conditioner had a problem. And the damn dishwasher had an error code. I said to myself, oh my God. This brand new wifey already causing me problems. Oh, shit. And I said, you know what? Does anyone object to this marriage? May they speak now or forever hold their peace. I said, Pastor, I got to object. I said, I'm sorry. I can't do it. And it was a disaster. All right, let's take hydration break again. Yeah, my man Infinity. I bought the spackle. Then you know the pain, okay? If you've never bought in the pink spackle that has to turn white to show it's dry, you don't know the pain of home ownership, okay? You know the idea of home ownership. You know the idea, but you don't know the reality, okay? You like the idea of meeting some beautiful person, beautiful girl, or a tall guy with a nice ass, but the reality is, whew. Now I'm going to be fair. You like the idea of being a nomad, but you don't like the reality of being in 90-degree weather with no temperature control. You don't like the reality of day in, day out, moving around to find safe, legal parking. You don't like that reality. So I'm not going to lie, the nomad life's a myth too. The only thing I'm doing is I'm buying days. Every day I get through, I said, well, another day I got through. But, look, just because this marriage did not go forward, I'm doing something. Now, again, what will I do? Again, guys, my main objective is to get through the day. Healthy, safe. My second objective is to look for an upgrade without killing myself, without killing my creativity, without killing my commitment levels, without killing my wallet. So, again, I could justify a $100K condo, but I don't want to move in and already have two issues with a leaky neighbor upstairs and a bad air conditioner. I could fix both, but I'd be pissed, and just can't do it. ESP, I'm doing well. ESP, she's been renting an Airbnb for the past 6-8 months. This past weekend, she got back in her van full time. I asked her how she was doing. She goes, I'm doing well. I'm parked in a park enjoying the live stream today. Well, thank you, ESP. Great to have you. ESP, there are other properties out there. Plenty of fish in the sea. You're damn right. I learned that lesson. I fell for a couple girls. I said, oh my God, I can never live without them. And guys, if I had them in my life right now, it'd be a disaster. And they're great women. And they're probably better off without me. I have a fair evaluation of myself. So I don't know, man. This is just who I am. Okay. Good job, Hal. Yes, it was. D. Clowns to the left. D still going on that. D. Hal, thanks for the tip about the tip. Yeah, that was a good tip with the promo code ESP. Hopefully you don't have any bad side effects from the second dose. I'm praying. Even if you have no issues, it'll be a nice break for you. It will. I'm looking forward to the hotel no matter what. I pray I don't have any side effects. But I am really, really looking forward. This weekend will be my first time in a hotel, I would say, in over 7 years. It'll be my first time back in like a stable environment in 4 or 5 years, however long I've been on the road. So it's going to be an interesting feeling, without commitment. Now, I'm paying a lot. I'm going to probably pay $100, $150 a night. I'll have to see what that promo code does, but that's what a decent hotel is. I mean, you said, well, you can go to the Motel 6 to get $50 hotel. Yeah, guys, I'm not going. I've been to hotels. I'm not doing that. I'm getting me $150 plus a night hotel. Okay. I'm going to be, for a few nights, I'm going to be living in Vida Loca. Okay. And I want it a nice area. Okay. I want to be safe. I want everything to be okay. Okay. So I don't want, I've delivered DoorDash back in the day to some trap house hotels. We ain't doing that. Adam, good evening, Sam. Sorry I'm late. Nothing to feel bad about, brother. Welcome to the bachelor party. Adam, what's your backup plan? Do you have one? Well, Jennifer Lopez did a whole movie about the backup plan. You should look at that backup plan by Jennifer Lopez. So it's like, when Jennifer Lopez breaks up with A-Rod, do they say, J-Lo, what's your backup plan? She's rich and she already looked good. So, like they say, Sam, like, what's your backup plan? Like, I'm rich, I already look good. But, not serious though. My backup plan is I'm now looking at some short-term rentals. I'm very much focused on the Class B. I really would like to do the hybrid vehicle and the tow, a small travel trailer, but I go back to, once I get a travel trailer, I'm married to campgrounds. I don't want to live in RV parks or campgrounds. And because the cost of them, after you consider the travel trailer too, it's just as much as renting or owning, as far as the monthly recurring bills. You can get the 1,000 Trails cheap pass and make it work, but you're going to be driving all over the place, and the campgrounds are not going to be in the best areas. When you buy a travel trailer, you're subject to where the campgrounds are. Now, if you have a nice campgrounds, or if you're gonna be in the middle of nowhere on BLM land, that's something to consider. I'm not. I got to be by the beach. So, with the Class B, I still have self-parking, and I only need to really go to the campgrounds when I really need the AC. And, I could still kind of, I don't know, I mean, that's why I kind of went condo, because the problem with the Class B or the travel trailer is I don't gain enough stability. I keep the flexibility, but I don't gain enough stability. The problem with the bride I just left, the condo, is I got great stability, but I'm trapped. Like D says, I got clown to the left, I got clown to the right, I got leak upstairs, I got plumber coming at between 2 and 4. You know what I mean? And then I said, oh man, how'd I get back to this shit? And then God forbid something happens up north, I gotta go see my mom. Then I gotta leave this condo I'm paying for. The one thing I like about, I got everything I own with me. If I gotta move around real quick, it's nothing to me. Now again, would I recommend this for an older person? Nah, for younger people. Now, if you're an older person, have a home base like Gail. She got a home base now, and she travels. Keith, $10 super chat. Well, brother, thank you for that $10 bachelor party tip, because this was supposed to be the wedding reception. This was supposed to be the live broadcast after I closed on a condo. But I walked away from the deal, and this ended up being a bachelor party. So, Keith, I don't know if I did the right decision. But I know I reflected on your comment the other night. You said you made some decisions, you make them work. And I could have made the decision to stay with that condo, but I had to figure out some problems. I know, I want to be fair, no matter what direction I go now, I'm going to have problems. I got problems right now living in my car because I'm living a primitive life in a state that's hot as fuck in the summer. Excuse my language. And if I go up north, I'm dealing with the Jersey Shore. I already did that last summer. Crowded. The culture isn't as good. And so I said, I'm waiting till the fall to go up north. But I thought the condo was going to be the reprieve. I thought I said, I'll move into the condo by, in May. I'll ride through the summer. September comes, I head up north. And I'm done, man. And I'm off the road. And I wanted to be off the road. Still do, to be truthful. But still not willing to have to call a plumber again. I don't know how I go, So, love to you, Keith, and thank you again, brother. Thank you, Hal. Thank you, both of you. Keeping up a break. Hilton Hotel, so you can be comfortable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know the hotel game because I haven't stayed in hotels in so long. So yeah, I mean, I don't have to be in a luxury hotel per se. I just want to be. I don't want to be in a bad hotel, like like where they rent by the hour. Shout out to Route One, Rahway, New Jersey, where they rent the hotels by the hour. Now I want to be, in a nice hotel. And I want that temperature control. I want to be on the bed. I'm going to have a couple jugs of water, NyQuil, Tylenol, just in case I get a little sick from the second shot. I'm going to have some food, and I ain't leaving that. Well, I'm going to leave the hotel room because I also want to be somewhere where I can walk around, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you. Keeping up a break. Great to have you. ESP. Don't go to the no-tell motel. Oh, yeah, I've been to those. We're not going to those. God bless you. Adam. The one you showed earlier, that's the kind of small, though. Yeah, the travel trailers, yeah. I don't know. Like I say, man, travel trailers, man, you spend 20 grand, 15, 20 grand, and there's not much to them, man. I mean, if you're going to spend 15, 20 grand and you can't stand up, or if you don't have a bathroom, that's a hard pill to swallow. And then you still have to figure out where you're going to park it. Now, you say, well, you're going to spend 75 grand for a van that doesn't have a bathroom. Well, I don't know. I could stand up in it. We'll see. I'm not sure yet about that. Keith, thank you again. I very much appreciate, brother. I hope you're doing well. Great to have you, and thank you again, brother. D, $3 super chat. This person to the left, that person to the right. You nailed it tonight, D. Thank you very much for that super sticker. Thank you for your great comments, D. Very much appreciated. Thank you. D says, look for the one-story condo with no side neighbors. Yeah, those are hard to find. And I see you, Frank and Cat. I'll get to that comment in a second. Yeah, I mean, the condo with no one above you and no one on side of you, they're almost impossible. Maybe you can find some with no one above you, but people on the side of you, that's possible. So I think I'm going back to the RV lot or the mobile home lots that you own because no one's attached. Now, the lot itself may not be huge. You could still see your neighbor and probably hear them. But, that's the problem with the mobile home lot or the RV. Like, you don't have sheetrock walls, so you don't have that insulation. But in a lot of these RV lots or mobile homes, there's mainly seasonal residents. Meaning that in the summer, like now in May, everyone went up north. The Canadians that own property here, they went up north. They didn't come this year because of the coronavirus. But, 6 months out of the year, you're probably not even going to have neighbors. When you live in the communities that are, somewhat by the beach, those RV lot condo communities down here in Florida. Now, when you live in a condo in Florida, you're still going to have a lot of seasonal residents, but you're going to have more full-time residents. Because a condo community tends to be more residential. The mobile home or RV lot communities tend to be more holiday vacation communities. So, it's something to consider also. Frank and Cat. Just in case I forget to say it, everyone have a good night. Thank you, Frank and Cat. Got to get ready for work. Going in early tonight for change. Well, Frank and Kat, thank you. You've been a great addition to the channel. We love you. We hope you have a great day at work. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your membership. Love and appreciation to you. Adam says, good night to you, Frank and Kat. Yep. Yeah, and it's morning to her. She's on another time zone, Adam. Isn't that amazing? Thank you again, Hal, Keith, and D. Adam says, yeah, you could probably find a used one for that amount of money. Yeah, the market, like I said, the travel trailer I uploaded today, the little tag trailer, that was almost $16,000. You can't stand up in it, and it's used. And I said to myself, what? But that's the market right now, guys. Everything's inflated. Now, if the coronavirus, if we continue to get over it and inventory levels go back up, you hope that prices would sedate a little bit, but I don't know, man. I really don't know. ESP says, good night, Kat. Gail, hey, Gail. Until you're comfortable buying another condo, renting would be a good option. Yeah, I was a little bit stubborn with that option, but I'm starting to think that it may be short-term rental. I'm not doing no year rental. I go crazy. Even now, like I probably would like to do a month-to-month or max 3-month rental. I don't know. I got to see if I want to do that, but I'm definitely going to look at that. I'm definitely going to look at the RVs again, and see if I want to go there. I'm going to keep my eye out for buying property, but like you say, Gail, I got to take my time. And look, I really thought this one was it, man. I mean, I was committed in one sense, but and I guess in the end sense, I wasn't committed to dealing with problems, at least off the gate. I was so disappointed. I thought everything was new. There's not going to be any problems for like 10 years. What a fucking joke I was thinking. It's like you get married, think, oh, yeah, it's going to be good for at least the first couple of years. I knew a guy that got married, and he said, Sam, out of 10 years, lucky there was a good year in there. And I'm sure the girls testify the same thing. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I've seen. Frankencat. Oh, I read that. Thank you again, Frankencat. Good to see you, Gail. How is your adventure going? See, again, Gail's got it good too, because she got the home base now, where she doesn't have to worry about being like out vulnerable in the world, but she can take her adventures, and if something major comes up, God forbid, she has a home base, and that's the value, and I see that value. So again, whether you rent or own, is that in one sense, yeah, you're not free as a bird because you think about your home base. In the other sense, you also think that if you don't like the route, you have somewhere to go. So, it's a give and a take, D, new module on your own land. Yeah, the only problem with that is I'm not a builder, and I don't like to sub out work. I don't like to oversee work. I want something move-in ready. And now if the new module home is there and it's on land and everything's hooked up and then I'll definitely look at that. But now I got to be careful with these move-in ready homes, because again, the condo I was looking in, it was considered move-in ready, but it had a leak and it had a bad AC. And I said, this ain't move-in ready. I'm not ready to commit. D says, or a new mobile home on your own land. It's possible. ESP. Some nice hotels do short-term rentals for business travelers. You might be able to rent for 3 months. And maid service. Ooh. Probably not as much demand during the pandemic. Yeah, and the one thing I have in my favor, there's not that much demand to rent places in Florida in the summer. This is the off season now. From May, definitely June till November, this is the off season. So I have that in my favor. Adam, love to you, brother. I got to run to text customers for tomorrow's route. Adam, brother, thank you for everything. Love to you, brother. Appreciation to you. Praying for you and your family. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making time for me. Hopefully you're feeling well. I'm glad to see that you got back on the saddle yesterday. You were back in the game, went back to work. I know that wasn't easy. And I'm glad you're doing well, man. Love to you. Andre, where are you looking? All over South Florida. Different areas that I like more or less. And I'm kind of, being general because I want to keep some privacy. But, to me, like I always tell you guys, Southeast, somewhere in the Southeast zone. What I consider central, like I said, I like some central East Coast places, but, I don't know, man. Like I said, right now, the nomad life is I kind of bounce around, but, I will say this, like even the areas I like, they have some good things, some bad, but I would definitely say that the community matters. The community and the town matter more than the property. So you may say, look, I found a beautiful piece of property, but the town isn't that good. I don't really like the hospitals. I don't like the supermarkets. I don't like then it doesn't matter how good the property is. See, I've been trying, one of the reasons that I even considered a condo, because I thought I'd never consider a condo again, is that, well, I like the community, I like the neighborhood, I like the surrounding area, like the location. So I said to myself, well, then I can sacrifice some things, because I actually found some places that I could park a RV under 100K, and they even had like a little like outhouse. I mean, everything I would need to live the kind of life I'd want, but it was in a bad neighborhood. And I said to myself, it's just not worth it. So, and that's also a little bit sad because, like I say, man, I mean, in one sense I'm relieved, in the other sense I'm sad, because the reality is, am I looking for something perfect? I'm never going to find it. You know, you can make that parable to a relationship or to a home ownership. It's a fair thing if you wanted to criticize me tonight and you say, Sam, you're looking for something perfect. It doesn't exist. That's a fair criticism. And in one sense, I gotta reflect on that, because again, like, even though I got free tonight, I got my freedom back, I also got my primitive life back. You know, I was this close away to getting more comfort, to mitigating my risk, and I have to do that, guys. I gotta do that. I know look, I bought some more time is what I did tonight. I bought some more time, but I did not solve my problem. My problem is not that $100,000 condo is below, you know, it is too much money per se, because it's still below my means. It's not that I'm scared to do something different, because I've already done those things in my life. The problem is, I am scared to go back to a lifestyle that I'm entangled with others and I feel trapped. And because I fear that so much, I am sacrificing so much. I'm sweating my ass off. My knees and my hips are starting to hurt a little bit more being in this car. I'm not enjoying the nomad life as much as I once did. And, you know, I can't just tell you one thing without the other. I did not solve my problem tonight. All I did was escape something that I thought would be another problem. But, you know, I'm trying to keep the faith that there is something out there for me. Now, again, will it mean home ownership, or will it mean renting, or will it mean an RV? I'm still struggling. But I know it's not this condo. I mean, now that's done, which is closure, which is good. But it is still a problem unsolved, which is bad. And so, you know, that's where we stand tonight. Back live comments. Keith, I'm currently 7 years divorced, so you know what I speak of. And I learned this marriage is like a tornado. Oh, yeah. At first it sucks and blows, and then you end up losing your house. Well, I can understand that, brother. Thank you for sharing, man. I mean, again, I don't want to mock any marriage for those who are in marriage and they're happy. Each their own. I'm trying to be understanding that, but for many people, it is a disaster, guys and girls. Like I always tell you guys, be slow to commit. Be slow to commit, in my opinion. D, good advice, ESP. I knew someone who would rent a hotel close to the beach for a great price off-season in Florida. Yep, that's what I'm hoping. I get an off-season deal, because I'm in the season of heat, and I don't like this, guys. I'm getting this second shot on Friday. I'm getting in a hotel for a few days, and when I get out of that hotel, hopefully I'm feeling well, and I'm saying to myself, Sam, where do we go from here? Do we go to the RV dealership, we get this Class B, and we fucking moving around, and we're back on the road? Do we go back to the home, or do we go to a rental for 3 months? We're starting with the hotel. You know, like I said, I was trying to wrap up the condo thing maybe before, and that's off now. So we're going hotel at least this weekend, and then we're going to reevaluate next week. Suitcase and gas money shot to Tampa. Hey, Sam, I'm not getting notifications when you go live. Blessings, brother. Well, I'm sorry about that, man. I apologize. I don't know what YouTube's doing there. I go live every night between 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, normally. I think tonight I went live just after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are ever lost or if you don't get notifications, normally, there's always exceptions, but normally I go live every night between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. D says, keep looking, Sam. You know you desire a new lifestyle. That is true. And if you seek, you will find. No, I appreciate that. It's true. Again, guys, I'm not for the nomad life anymore unless the RV changes it. The Class B may be a travel trailer, but I don't know. That may change. That may give me the nomad life for some more years. But I am not into this primitive car life anymore. At least not full time all the time. Like I'm either gonna have to do intervals of renting. I'm definitely gonna be, or definitely have to travel up north with the weather. But even last year when I was in New Jersey in July and August, guys, it's hot everywhere unless you're gonna go into the mountains. You ain't getting around that, and you gotta have an air conditioner, or else you gotta suffer through it like I did. Andre, I just found 3 for less than $95K. All 3, they all have 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath. Well, like I said, it all depends the area. It all depends the age restrictions. It all depends the HOA fee. It all depends the taxes, etc. So a $95K condo could be more expensive than a $150,000 condo, depending on the HOA fee, depending on the taxes, depending on a lot of factors. Also, you have to be very careful because a lot of communities in Florida have 55 and older limits. That if you're not 55 or older, you can't buy in that community. And that's why the property is cheaper, because there's a smaller pool of buyers. I'm not 55. Frank Cat, I like the RV idea. Just the parking and the hookups would be the pain. Yeah, I mean, I think if I did the van, not the travel trailer, I gotta have somewhere to park it all the time. If I did the van, the Class B van, then I really only need the hookups in the summer. And finding an RV lot in the summer is not as hard in Florida because everyone goes up north. So, and then in the winter, the temperatures, you don't need the air conditioner. Even in Florida, you really don't need the air conditioner. You can get away without it. So, I'm considering it. Andre says Fort Pierce, Florida. Yeah, Fort Pierce, Florida, one of the worst parts of Florida. It's got some nice parts like the beach side, but inland, some bad areas. So that's something you got to be very careful. Some good areas, like I say, the beach side. There's some decent areas, good people. Even on the west side, some. But Fort Pierce, I would not recommend. I remember even when the first time I heard Fort Pierce, Florida, was when I actually sold my condo in New Jersey. The HVAC tech, who was fixing my HVAC to sell my house, he asked me, he goes, well, where are you moving to? I said, I'm moving to Florida. He goes, really? I'm from Florida. He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm from Fort Pierce, Florida. He goes, but to be honest with you don't want to move there. He goes, I had someone rob me right on Route 1 in Fort Pierce, Florida, put a gun right in my face. So, and I've been through Fort Pierce, Florida. I would not recommend moving there. So, unless you're on the beach side. Beach side is nice. So, that's something you got to consider. All right, guys and girls. We banged out another video. And another night, I'm a single man. Now, the good news is I'm single. The bad news is I'm sleeping alone. And to the parable of this, the real bad news is I'm sleeping without an air conditioner. So, did I make the right decision? I feel I did, because I definitely didn't want to get back into like moving in and already doing maintenance. But I definitely did not solve my problem. And that is something that still needs to be addressed. And I hope I learned, I believe I did learn some things through this process. You always learn. I learned some things, and I want to try to apply them going forward. And I want to try to keep my mind open, whether it's to renting or short-term Airbnb something or RVing, we'll see. And I want to continue on going to a new lifestyle, because this primitive lifestyle has run its course to a certain degree. D. While chilling in a hotel, yeah, I plan to do this. I can't wait. Well, I don't know about Craigslist. I haven't had a good experience with that. And also, They'll let you know if I find. Okay, you're gonna look too. Thank you, Deep. All right, everyone. Love to you, and thank you for watching. Thank you again, Hal. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, D. Thank you, all my members. I appreciate you. Thank you.